transmitter, as I mentioned earlier, in northern Iraq to broadcast propaganda. Can maneuvers like this influence events inside a fundamentalist place like Iraq? Well, it seems to work inside Iran. With more on that story, Zia Atabay, founder of NITV, National Iranian Television, located, of all places, in Southern California. Mr. Atabay, thanks for being with us, and maybe you could just tell us how you know that your Farsi language Iranian television actually has an effect inside Iran.
First of all, we had a lot of the calls, thousands of calls and faxes. But we tried that, we put it in test after September 11. We asked the Iranian young people that we know that they don't hate Americans, and even some of them, they love Americans. Most of them, I have to say. And we asked them for this tragic attack. We invite them to go to the Mohseni Square, one of the famous squares in Iran, and show their feeling about this happening, what happened in America.
And in fact, this demonstration did occur. Suddenly, all these people showed up in the square.
Yes. What happened in here, because all the news and camera was here, nobody attacked them after the demonstration. They got bidden by special forces that there is in Iran. But it shows, and Iranian people, young people, that most of Iranian now is 40% of the generation is Iranian young. They love to be free. They love to have a peaceful relationship with all the world, not only America. But the problem is that nobody helped them. And before we go on air and they hear our voice, or we try to tell to the world that what's happening in Iran, inside Iran, through the people directly, not politically. And they were very, very down mentally. And that's why most of the young people, they were addicted to the drugs.
Were you surprised to find, I mean, I understand that you started your television station in Los Angeles to service Iranians living in America or living outside of Iran. Were you surprised to learn that you were a big hit inside Iran?
First of all, as you know, I didn't have money. I was not ready to have that big television all over the world. But 15 days after I was on air, I don't know why, and somebody, by mistake or something, patched my signal to the Hotbird 5. And we had a call from Iran, and Iranian, they got crazy about it, and they were, after 23 years, they saw the music, they heard the music, they heard the people with the ties like me, not like the things that always they see it in their television with a bear or with no tie or something. They get excited, and I was shocked. I didn't know why, and I started calling around, and I asked them. They said, oh, sorry, it was a mistake. And that created a problem for me, because Iranian people, they didn't let me to sleep even. And I went for another channel, and I went back. And after 6 months, Iranian government jammed my signal. And again, we moved to another satellites in Europe. They jammed again, and so they told me, sorry, we cannot have you here, because when they jam you, all our platform will be in trouble.
And I tried it. Mr. Atabay, I'm out of time, but I got to tell you, it's a fascinating story. Zia Atabay is the founder of NITV, the National Iran Television Network, which is located in Los Angeles, and managed to get on the satellite. It is now broadcasting into Iran as kind of a voice of freedom, and maybe that deal would work in Iraq as well. Mr. Atabay, thanks very much, and good luck.
Thanks, Bob.